the fight that happened earlier in the morning, he was the one trying to break it up, and that set turned on him as well.
Earl Hemsley Sr. says that his stepson got killed for trying to part a fight earlier on Wednesday in Cotton Tree Village. 21-year-old Thaddeus Castillo and his younger brothers were visiting with their aunt in the village. It was the first time that his parents decided to send them on vacation in the village. It turned out to be tragic for them when a conflict between the sister and relatives escalated into a fight.
Earlier in the day, she called me and she told me, sis, I end up in a one fight, quarrel with my next family members. He said, and me and them have one big thing. He said, but no worry about nothing. He said, cause I was straight now. He said, I done the one, everything. So I said, okay then.
That was sometime around 2 in the afternoon. But the incident caused Hemsley's sister's blood pressure to rise, and after hours of trying to relax, she needed a painkiller for a migraine later in the night. Thaddeus offered to go buy the pill at a nearby shop, and that was when he was targeted in what would be part 2 of the conflict.
My sister sent out for send my older son and her two son to get pills for her, because after the fuss and thing, she may feel him got pain and send him the rub on with ruler and different stuff like that because he passed out and things, and then on the way when he gone fit then get attacked by some like that, mostly children and so with minors with battles and stuff like that. And
But family members as well?
Yeah, the same family members that they have problems.
These are his cousins, or what's the relation?
They're not like cousin, yeah.
Thaddeus decided to run through a dark open yard in an effort to lose his attackers. But that was his mistake.
My nephew, he told me that he told them to run different direction. So one went down the street, the other one went behind the shop, and my son went through the abandoned place, thinking he could at least lose them and hide in the dark, not knowing that that's the path they walk through every day from small.
The incident occurred within a couple hundred feet of the Western Highway and in the open yard near residents who heard him screaming for help after he was hacked in the head.
She called me back, but whenever she was on the phone, it was my nephew. And she said, my nephew said, Auntie, is it Thaddeus dead? And I tell her, how comes? Why? How he dead? He said, Auntie, dead. He dead.
Earl Hemsley told Love News that the sight of the chop wound that his stepson suffered vexes him.
Because he has a cut on his arm, a deep cut. And he has a very deep cut that comes all the way from the back here, all the way to past the eye to the nose here. And it's deep. It's like the machete actually went into his skull. And what I did was I just decided to see if I put the hand close to the head and line up the two marks, if it would line up in a way, that shows defense. And it lined up perfectly, showing like he was, trying to block the chop with his hand.
Hemsley says that even though the attackers are relatives, he wants justice for his stepson. The young man's mother told us that she had spoken with him just half an hour before he was killed.
I talked to him just when Mega Bingo was on, just like about 8:30, 8:35. So, but I tell him, I said, hang up the phone. I said, because Mega Bingo the command, and he said, I love you, love you, love you. He said, bye. I said, hang up, man. I said, cause they make me ball and call, and now they get for mark then down, and he laugh, and that's how he hang up.
This morning, police returned to the scene to comb through the yard for whatever evidence might have escaped them in the dark of the night. They have detained 2 brothers of the village. The youth who is suspected to have inflicted the fatal machete wound was accused of assaulting his parents only a few weeks ago, also with a machete, in Cotton Tree Village. Marian Ali for Love News.